Parrot might actually help Wemmbu save Eggchan from Cindercrest and Arachnid. Because after Wemmbu uploaded his newest episode, it actually makes a lot of sense. And if you haven't watched Wembu's newest video, here's what happened. Basically, as everyone knows, Wembu is helping Cindercrest right now because Eggchan is being controlled by Arachnid. And Arachnid is currently allied with Cindercrest during the civil war against Parrot. Which, as you know, also means that as long as Arachnid has control over Eggchan, Wembu is basically forced to help them. And in Wembu's newest episode, we got to actually see his perspective of what happened just before he joined the war. And throughout Wembu's entire episode, it was very obvious that he was forced to help Cindercrest. He was basically helping Arachnid because Arachnid had Eggchan and he could have killed him at any second. So he was forced to be a part of Arachnid's kingdom and help him do a lot of stuff that he said. And the biggest moment in Wembu's episode happens at the end of the episode. Because after Wembu helped Cindercrest destroy one of Parrot's cities, Wembu actually had the chance to fully kill Parrot. And as we can see in the episode, he doesn't do it. He willfully lets him escape, which is insanely important lore-wise. Because there's this full sequence where Wembu is ready to kill Parrot with his mace, and there's flashbacks of Wembu and Parrot being good friends, and as it cuts back from the flashbacks, Wembu intentionally doesn't kill Parrot because he knows that what he's doing isn't right. And because of that, a lot of people are starting to theorize that Parrot and Wembu could secretly work together behind the scenes. There was actually a comment that I saw that made a good prediction. I believe that Wembu and Parrot will have a private meeting where Parrot will find the reason why Wembu's working against him. Then Parrot will cook up a scheme to free Egg, and once Egg's freed, Wembu will join Parrot's army as a thank you for saving Eggchan, and because he still owes Parrot that favor. And you know, the more you think about it, the more realistic it becomes. Because right now, I'm pretty sure Parrot already knows that Wembu isn't acting normally, and now after being spared at the end of the war, Parrot might finally realize that Wembu is being forced into all of this, which could lead to Parrot helping Wembu save Eggchan from Arachnid. And if that happens, Cindercrest might actually lose the war, because right now Wembu is basically the strongest weapon that they have. Because it's known that Saporata sacrificed a lot of his army and have Wembu help them with their orbital cannons. And also I feel like at this point people are underestimating how dangerous Arachnid is becoming, because at this point Arachnid isn't just manipulating Wembu anymore, he's basically controlling the entire direction of the war through Eggchan, which means that if Parrot wants to truly win the civil war, he might realize that defeating Cindercrest isn't enough anymore. He has to save Eggchan first. And if Parrot actually helps Wembu rescue Eggchan, we could genuinely see one of the craziest alliance switches in the entire Unstable SMP so far. There's also this whole theory that Youngie could betray Arachnid. Arachnid makes Wembu his right-hand man basically, and fires Youngie from that position. And as we learned in Wembu's newest episode, there's like 16 stasis chambers Eggchan was forced to make, and I'm pretty sure Youngie is one of the only people on the Unstable SMP besides Arachnid and some other guards maybe that knows where those could be located, so he could also become a big factor on saving Eggchan. You know, it's a whole another theory. But yeah, tell me what you think.